Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my travel tips, and I've been doing a lot of traveling. In the year of 2019 alone, I think I visited like 8 or 9 new countries in like 15 plus cities or something along those lines, but picked up a few things and thought I would share them with you to, you know, help you out in case you wanted to do lots of traveling this coming year, which I recommend that you do. Since I studied abroad in London, a lot of these things are going to be like London specific, but they are also, you know, transferable to other countries, you know. Okay, tip number 1. Check in online before your flights. This is really helpful because it helps you save time when you get to the airport. You don't have to get in line at the airline gate or whatever and then like print out the whole thing and do all that and like waste like 10-15 minutes of just like in-person interaction just to get like the paper for you to check in. Download the app of whatever airline that you have, put in all your information, and they'll send you a reminder to check in a day before. Checkin Online, go straight to TSA, scan it with your passport, and then that's it. Done. Easy. Tip number 2. Settle all banking cards, situations, and like phone stuff 1 to 2 days before. What I mean by that is let your banks know that you are leaving the country, so they don't call you and you're like, yo, someone's using your card in like Italy, we should probably like cancel that card, and then your card gets canceled and then you're left with no money, and that's very bad. So a lot of banks have apps, and in those apps you can set travel dates and specific timelines of what, like how many days you're going to be out of the country, as well as what country you're going to. Those are really helpful. With T-Mobile, I think anyone with a T-Mobile One plan, you can use T-Mobile outside of the country. Free data and text, but it's like 25 cents per minute on call. But you know, the data is really helpful. Of course it's not as fast, but it's something, and I didn't want to pay for like a whole new plan, so I was like, let me just use the slow data, which worked perfectly fine. It's fine. Just settle all things for your credit cards and your phones 1 to 2 days before you leave, just so that you don't have to worry about it when you go, and you can just be at ease. Tip number 3, bring a reusable water bottle. Everyone tells you this, but it really does save you money. It saves you time of like looking for water, buying water wherever you go. Like if you have a reusable water bottle, you can just fill it up and have at it. Drink your water. And it's really important to stay hydrated on the airplane as well, because it can, like, the air can get really dry. Tip number 4. I highly recommend this. It is to bring a pair of noise canceling headphones. I have the Sony MX something. I'll link it down below for you, but like they're very good. Beats headphones are actually really good for noise canceling. Yeah, they changed my life. On airplanes, like as soon as you pop those on, it's like you're not even on a plane, and then you take it off and then you realize how loud it actually is. But it can get pretty distracting if you want to watch your movie or like listen to music or sleep. Having noise canceling headphones just gives you a little bit more ease on the plane. And that brings us to number 5. When you're on the airplane, when you're packing, when you're just like trying to conserve space, wear things in layers. Everyone tells you this, but it's true. It saves you space in your luggage and your bags, especially if you want to do like a backpacking trip to Paris for a weekend and you don't want to like carry so much with you. Wear it. Wear everything that's heavy. Wear your boots, wear your chunky sweaters, wear your heavy jackets, and then leave everything else for the suitcase. Tip number 6 is have some type of recognizable aspect on your suitcase. So my suitcase is bright yellow. I can spot it a mile away, and when it's coming down the conveyor belt thing for baggage claim, I see it and I got it. When you're picking out a suitcase, pick out like a more unique color for a suitcase so that you can spot it easily, get your suitcase, and go. Tip number 7. This is not necessarily like a tip that you absolutely have, but I found it helpful to have a travel credit card. I like it because it gives you points that you can just keep adding up, and then eventually you can use those points for hotels, for cheaper flights. There's a bunch of cards that you can choose from, but you definitely don't have to have one. It's just nice to have if you do travel a lot. Tip number 8. Some things that you want to bring with you on long airplane rides. Eye masks, face masks, tea bags, and travel toothbrush and travel toothpaste. Those things are really nice to have, just so, you know, like if the air is really dry and your skin is like dying, you can put the face mask on, put the eye mask on, and feel like, you know, you're doing like a self-care night. And tea bags for variety. Like I know on airplanes they usually only have like one tea. It's usually just like black tea, but if you bring green tea or peppermint tea or cinnamon apple tea. Tip number 9. Avoid fast food or greasy food or just unhealthy food in general before you fly, because we tend to generally get bloated when we enter a certain altitude or something along those lines. Stick to healthy foods before you get on a plane and it won't upset your stomach. Tip number 10. Guys, I hopped on the fanny pack trend a little too late, but now it's like I'm for it. I love it so much because it's so easy to get everything you need at the airport, or just like when you're traveling in general, like your phone, your passport, your wallet, snacks, like it's all there on you. You have everything in easy access. You can get it, present your passport, put it back, and pickpocketers, they can't get into your fanny pack if like you're literally holding on to it in front of you with your dear life. Tip number 11. It is Apple Pay. So a lot of countries in Europe have this thing called contactless payments, where you don't have to put your card in the machine or slide. Hi, I'm filming a video! Yeah, so you don't have to slide your card forward, physically put it in. You can just hover it over the machine and then it'll make the transaction happen. This is supposedly safer for your card information. I found it really helpful when I was in England to always just use Apple Pay, because then I didn't really have to take out my physical card and risk of it getting like dropped, stolen, pickpocketed, all those things. Yeah, so I just always used Apple Pay. You can add it on your phone, and then like you can face verify it before any payment is made anyway, so it's like really safe. Or if you ever forget your wallet at home, you can still use Apple Pay on your phone and pay for things that way. That has happened to me plenty of times while I was studying abroad, but since I had my phone, I could pay for stuff with it. Tip number 12. Use a card that has no foreign transaction fees. I use Capital One and I use my Chase Sapphire credit card. Both of those things don't have foreign transaction fees, but you know, it's the little things. Like they rack up over time, those little itty bitty fees. If you have a card that doesn't have that, then use it. Number 13. Go to free events, go to free museums, go to free everything. If it's free, go. There are plenty of museums like the Tate, the British Museum, National History Museum, Science Museum in London, literally all free and all really amazing museums. In Italy, when I went there with Tracy, it was National History Month there or something along those lines, or week, but we got to go to the Colosseum for free. We got to go to the Borghese Gallery for free. Like, so many things. If you just do like a quick little research of like free things happening in certain place that weekend or that week, like you'd be surprised at what you could find. I have done a lot of traveling this past year. In 2019, I went to about 8 countries and 15 different cities in Europe, and it was just really, really amazing and awesome to see the culture and how beautiful the world is. And I recommend that you try doing something along those lines of going out and seeing something new or someplace new. It doesn't have to be another country. It could be another neighborhood in your city. It could be visiting New York if you're in the East Coast and you're like in Maryland or Philly or something like that. Like, go somewhere different. It could be somewhere close by, it could be somewhere far away, but just go somewhere different, experience something new. I hope you have a wonderful start of the year.